Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Cardano, its valuations against Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the US dollar. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Ethereum made another local peak, about 3 weeks ago, against Ethereum, right? Getting to about 0.00088 Ethereum valuation, pretty high, but not as high as the end of February to March. This local peak was still higher. And obviously, we wicked a lot higher before. So we're not even at all-time highs with their respective like Bitcoin and Ethereum valuations. We are trending down. We have retraced, roughly 23% from the local peak. Is this concerning? No, I don't think so. I think this run up here is anticipation for the smart contracts deployment. And that is now, old news. And so now I think we're kind of just the retracement happens, and it's really the concept of buy the rumors, sell the news. The news has happened. Therefore, people are probably selling off their positions. Having said that, Cardano is still one of the best performing assets in the space, uh, trading currently at $2.40. From a low, you could have bought this stuff at less than 5 cents. So take that in consideration. We've made a new all-time high against the US dollar in comparison to a lot of altcoins at the moment right now who haven't. Then um, Cardano and Solana are the two that have made all-time highs that I know of during this period of time in respect to other altcoins. I'd like us to take a look at, potential price targets for the duration of the cycle. And in my mind, $8 is around the number that I'm looking at. And for all of you, this is kind of a reality check. At the moment right now, from the bottom, Cardano's already moved up 8,000%. And from where we are now to $8 is another 250% move. It can go higher. I'm not saying that it wouldn't, but just to replicate 8,000%, that would bring it to $211 per Cardano. And if you multiply if you multiply that by the market cap, sorry, the circulating supply, you're going to get a market cap that's a lot higher than Bitcoin's current market cap. And I just don't think that's feasible. Cardano's great, but not that great. So with that in mind, why does $8 ballpark sound, why is that the number? Well, I'd like us to look at the Bitcoin ratios. Um, Although the US dollar can print in new all-time highs, I think it is my opinion that it's harder for all coins to make new all-time highs against their Bitcoin and Ethereum valuations. Okay. So with that said, let's take a look at, this is the Bitcoin chart for Cardano. The all-time high is 8,835 sats. Okay, that's to the wick. So if we calculate 8,300, oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 8, 3, 5. I'm on my calculator right now, and multiply that by what the figure of Bitcoin is going to be at the time. Um, we can multiply, say, 110,000. Okay, something like that. We get something in the realm of $9.70. Okay, so that is the ballpark figure. Now keep in mind that that would mean that Cardano has to hit this peak while Bitcoin's at its all-time high. That seems a little unrealistic. We know that Cardano would have moved up after Bitcoin made its all-time high. So if Bitcoin retraced about 20% from $120,000, we would get say it retraces 25%. That brings it to 88,000 US dollars. So multiply that by the Cardano all-time peak of Bitcoin valuation, that brings it to $7.77. So that is kind of the outlook that I have. Um, Again, the US dollar valuation can continue to print new all-time highs like every asset does, but against their Bitcoin valuation and their Ethereum valuation, the ceilings I think are a little bit more predictable. I even have reservation on if we're ever going to make it to this peak of Cardano. I'm not sure. Maybe we touch just below it. Another thing to take into consideration is also that we can use the same exercise with the Ethereum valuation, right? So we know the Ethereum valuation is right here on the right, 0.001738 Ethereum, and then instead of using Bitcoin's price, we can use Ethereum's price. So that let's make a ballpark figure. I personally think give or take $8,000 for Ethereum, which would bring it to $13. All right, 1363. So the numbers are pretty close to each other when we're looking at peaks against their Ethereum and Bitcoin valuations. So in essence, we're looking at a peak of Cardano at of about $7. Uh, I forgot how to anyway, $7 to $13. I think that's pretty much the ballpark figure. I think when calculating the potential all time high or market cycle peak for Cardano. Another thing to take into consideration is the RSI. Now, this isn't going to predict the nominal value, but it can give you an idea on what the peak is going to look like on the RSI. So when you look at Cardano, you can see that it has multiple peaks, one peak here, one other here, and then two here. And you can notice that they're descending. Now, this would make sense over a long period of time, and this is dating back to 2018. So it's about 3 years worth of RSI data. And we have 4 points. So this is just a ballpark figure. If we get to, it depends on how far we go, right? How long it takes to get to the peak. But the longer the peak is, the lower the RSI value. But it wouldn't necessarily affect, I think, the nominal price. In fact, I think the longer that the peak takes, the higher the number actually becomes. Uh, so keep that in mind as well. The RSI will help you gauge, market cycle peaks, especially, if Cardano shoots up to $6 tomorrow and the RSI is at 90, then I would say that is it. Like that's the market cycle. Like that is the peak. But obviously that seems very ludicrous. We're at $2.43, 40 some cents. So keep that in mind. The RSI is adaptive, it's relative. It's the relative strength index. That's what it's called. So it kind of keeps you in mind of the time spent, moving up. So it can give you a good idea. Obviously, when Cardano starts moving, we'll take a closer look at the RSI, how quickly it's moving, and see if we're able to get into the high 80s again. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.